Hello, James.
How does that feel to beat the world number one team?
Ah, that was good fun. That was really, really good fun. Um, I was really pleased for a lot of the youngsters that dug deep and showed some grit to actually stay in the fight rather than just giving up. In that second half, the momentum all South Africa's way, and it would have been easy to just go, oh, Christ, actually, this lot are pretty good. Instead, I looked around the group and young boys just puffed out their chests and went, right, let's give this a crack. We're still in this.
Yeah, was that key the way a young team fronted up, went toe to toe with South Africa that today. Was that the key?
Yeah, massively. The development of the group for youngsters to turn around and do that. Particularly in the first half, I thought the first half we dominated pretty well. Scored some good tries, played some good rugby, and then Pollard doing what he does best, kicking over those 3, 6, 9, 12, and it didn't feel like we were too ill disciplined. They were just very good at kicking those penalties that we had given away. And then the first period of the second half, they started getting some ascendancy, their scrum, their maul penalties, and it got a little bit frantic. And it was that edge moment where it could have gone either way as youngsters in there who haven't been in there before to then go, oh, I'm not sure what to do. But they dug deep and managed to see out a really, really good win.
And what have you made of Marcus Smith's impression in this series?
For Christ's sake. Um, Smithy. He is. Oh, sorry, I just saw something that was a horrible tackle. Marcus is a very, very talented rugby player, and I think this campaign is a good stepping stone for him to have shown that he can handle international rugby. He smashes club rugby. He eats that for fun. But it is a step up playing internationally, and you have to adapt to different ways, kick a little bit more, concentrate on territory. So he's definitely grown this campaign, and from speaking to him, he's really enjoyed himself. So that for me is the biggest plus.
There have been a few players, haven't there, who have been performing at Premiership level, who have been waiting their turn and waiting their turn. Do you feel like this is a new era for the team that moves, I guess, a blend of youth and experience?
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of boys in there that are new to the group. There's not many old ones left. We're clinging on in there, but that blend of the experience helping out the youngsters as opposed to sort of sitting on a hierarchy and not having an environment that doesn't allow them to thrive and be themselves is long gone. And the youngsters coming in now feel confident to express themselves, enjoy themselves in the environment, push themselves to get better. And us old boys get to come along for the ride.
Thanks, James.
Cheers, James. All the best.
Thank you, James. Thank you very much. Mike Henson, please.
Hey Joe, well done.
Hello, Mike. Nice glasses, them.
Thanks, and you. Yeah, cheers.
I haven't got glasses on.
Said then
I'm
you,
just wondering.
not and you.
Oh, I thought you said and you.
No.
No, then you. Sorry, then you. Just wondering about how much you have to kind of box clever as well a little bit. We saw the kind of early on. We saw the line out to Marrow, who stayed on the floor. I think got the ball out of the scrum pretty quickly in the build up to Freddie Stewart's try. How much is it about not playing to their strengths as well as smashing them when you had to?
Yes, you've got to find ways to adapt. You've got to find ways to fight fire with fire at times and front up, but also play to our strengths and our abilities and try and move the ball a little bit more. When you've got a backline like the backline we had today, you want them with the ball in their hands. You want them moving it about. You want Marcus playing to his strengths. And occasionally we can mix it with the South Africans in their areas of strength, but they also showed that they're still very much the dominant force when it comes to scrum and maul, you know, there's not many teams that come close to them. So you're right, we had to box clever, we had to dig deep and find a way to win, and we did that. Thanks, Mike. Lovely glasses.
Thank you. Duncan, do you want this for the live section or do you want this for later? Yeah. Then, thanks.
Hello, Duncan. You okay?
Very good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
You had a bit of an unusual build-up to this game. How did you find it when you came on? Did you feel it affected you at all?
I would say that perhaps I underestimated how ready I actually was for it. But I guess that's testament to actually the environment that's been created now in the group, that I was desperate to get back, not just to pay the bills, you know, because that is at the forefront of my mind, Duncan. Everyone's got different motivations, and that is the forefront of my mind. But I was desperate to get back and be part of the group that is an enjoyable place to be, with some young boys that are full of energy. And I was trying anything I could to get back, but let's just say I think it was quite fast at times, and I'd like to have maybe done a South Africa and slowed it down a lot more, even though no one wants to watch that.
And what was your assessment of how the two young lads in the front row went, Jamie and Marler?
I thought Bev and Jamie were brilliant. You'd probably put money on hit of Bev, particularly last week, fronting up, doing brilliantly, the adrenaline carrying him through, and you could have put a lot of money on him. Actually, he'll be all right. That first cap, that feeling of just thrown in last minute, let's crack on. And the acid test was then, whoever he played the following week would be the acid test of, can you back it up, having had a whole week of thinking about the test match, preparing, etc., etc. And he did it with ease. Against one of the first two scrums, they get a free kick, then they get a penalty. The likes of Carl Sinclair as the old head in that front row, for him to step up and help out Jamie and Bevan. I was really, really impressed with Bevan. And Jamie, the same, that he's just head down, works hard, really enjoys his rugby. So it's good to develop that depth, particularly in this autumn series, and it can only benefit us.
Well, last one for me. What have you made of Courtney as captain? Obviously, this is his first 2 matches he's played as captain for England. What style of captain is he, and how has he done it?
He's a people's captain. He plays for the boys. He talks about his love for the group, and that he'll always put his body on the line. I mean, that's never in question, to be honest, the sort of character he is. So he doesn't actually have to say it, but boys follow him, and I've really enjoyed his growth, even in his 12th year or whatever. He's so old now, mate. He's really old. Let's hammer him being old. That his growth in the last year, 18 months, that he continues to get better, but his growth as a leadership role, that when he speaks, everyone listens. And he doesn't speak often, but, you know, he's a good guy, and I really enjoyed playing under him this campaign.
As a player, he looks like he's playing some of the best rugby of his career still.
He's brilliant. He is. He's carrying hard. He's added that extra bit of footwork, the tips in and out in attack, and he still does what he does in defence. So, I mean, I think I read somewhere that he was like, I want to be the best that I can be, or I want to be known as one of the best, and I'm still not there yet. And I'm like, oh my God, you're older than me and you're still pushing hard like that. Fair play to you, mate. Fair play.
Okay. Thank you, Joe.
Cheers, Dunk. All the best.
Thanks, everyone. And Duncan, just before you go, we're going to end the live section there, but we're going to move the writers' briefing with Joe onto this link now. We've just said on the Masters one, so I'm just going to give it a couple of minutes for people to join. Thanks, broadcasters, for joining us. Politely request